Captain Han wiped sweat from his brow as he waited outside the Grand Council chamber. The air felt too thin, too cold. After 10 years in the Alliance diplomatic court, he still wasn't used to the environmental settings that alien species preferred. "Captain, they're ready for us," said Lieutenant Kim, his aide. The young officer looked as nervous as Han felt. Han nodded and straightened his dark blue uniform. "Remember, follow my lead. Say nothing unless directly asked." The massive doors slid open, revealing a circular chamber with rising tiers of seats. 27 different alien species were represented in the Galactic Council, and all eyes now turned to the two humans entering. High Minister Gulfor, a tall being with gray skin and 6 eyes, raised a hand for silence. "The Council recognizes Captain Han of Earth, here to petition for full Alliance membership." Han stepped forward to the central platform. A blue light scanned him, then projected his image to all members of the Council. "Esteemed Council members," Han began, his voice steady despite his racing heart. "For 15 years, humanity has been a contributing partner to the Alliance. We have shared our medical knowledge, our art, our philosophy. We have established trade routes and cultural exchanges. Now, with the Krell Dominion threatening all peaceful species, we ask to join your defensive pact as full members." A low murmur spread through the chamber. The Krell had become a serious problem in the past year. Their biomechanical ships had already taken 3 star systems. Their attacks were brutal and without warning. Ambassador Tlozak of the Vexari Confederation stood. His insect-like body towered over most other council members. "Captain Han, we have reviewed Earth's military capabilities. Your fleet consists of 42 combat vessels, none of which match even our mid-tier destroyers. What tactical advantage would humanity bring to our alliance?" Han had expected this question. He took a deep breath. "Our numbers may be small, but humanity has resources you haven't seen. The human archives speak of a vessel constructed during our early expansion era. The Thunderchild *. The chamber grew quiet. Lieutenant Kim tensed beside him. They had argued about mentioning the Thunderchild *. It was classified information, and most humans thought it was just a myth. This ship was built with technology far beyond what we use today. It was so powerful that our ancestors decided to hide it away until humanity truly needed it. Ambassador Tlozak's mandibles clicked in what Han recognized as the Vexari expression of disbelief. "Captain Han, we respect your people's enthusiasm, but your lost warship is clearly propaganda. Our intelligence on Earth is quite thorough." "Not thorough enough," Han said firmly. "The Thunderchild * exists, and if the Alliance accepts humanity as full members, we will reveal its location and add it to the defense fleet." High Minister Gulfor leaned forward. "Captain, are you claiming that humans possess military technology superior to Alliance standards?" "I am stating that the Thunderchild * represents capabilities that would significantly strengthen the Alliance against the Krell threat." The minister from the Lakari Federation, a species known for their analytical minds, raised a webbed hand. "If such a vessel exists, why has Earth not used it to expand its territory or defend its own outer colonies? The logic is flawed." Han had prepared for skepticism, but the outright dismissal in the aliens' voices stung. The ship was sealed away by our ancestors because they feared its power might be misused. It was to be awakened only in times of greatest need. "How convenient," Tlozak said. "A super weapon that cannot be seen or verified." For the next hour, the Council grilled Han about Earth's defenses, population, and resources. Not once did they ask more about the Thunderchild *. Han could feel the opportunity slipping away. Finally, High Minister Gulfor raised his hand for silence. "The Council will deliberate. Please wait outside, Captain." Han and Lieutenant Kim stood in the waiting area for nearly 2 hours. Neither spoke much. Han stared out a viewport at the massive space station that housed the Galactic Council. Hundreds of ships from different worlds moved around it, a testament to the cooperation of species across the stars. Do you think they'd believe us about the asterisk Thunderchild asterisk? Kim finally asked. Han shook his head. No, but I had to try. If they reject our petition, Earth stands alone against the Krell, Kim finished quietly. When they were called back into the chamber, Han knew from the atmosphere what the decision would be. The Council's decision is final, announced High Minister Gulfor. Humanity's petition for full Alliance membership is denied. Your defensive contributions are insufficient for our needs. Han kept his face neutral despite the sinking feeling in his stomach. Minister, the Krell have already conquered 3 systems bordering human space, without Alliance protection. You will maintain your current trade status, Gulfor continued, ignoring Han's protest. The Alliance will establish a monitoring outpost in your system to track Krell movements, but we cannot extend our defense perimeter to include Earth at this time. Ambassador Tlozak added, perhaps when humanity has more to offer than myths of hidden warships, we can revisit this discussion. Han bowed stiffly. The people of Earth thank you for your consideration. As they left the chamber, Lieutenant Kim's face showed the anger Han couldn't express. Sir, that was unfair. They're abandoning us because we're a young species. The Krell will target us next. Everyone knows it. They're making a strategic decision, Han said quietly as they walked toward their ship. Earth is far from the Alliance core worlds. Defending us would stretch their resources, so we're sacrificed to buy them time. Something like that. They reached the docking bay where their small diplomatic vessel waited. Once inside, with the doors sealed, Han finally let his shoulders slump. Sir, what do we do now? Kim asked. Han moved to the communications console and began entering a complex series of codes. The High Command needs to know. We're on our own against the Krell now. Kim watched as Han typed a special authorization code at the end of the message. Sir, is that Lazarus Protocol? Han paused, looking at the young lieutenant. You're not supposed to know about that designation. My father was in military intelligence. I overheard things as a child. Isn't that just a contingency drill? Han's finger hovered over the transmission button. We're about to find out. He sent the message, then turned to the ship's navigation system. Set course for Earth, maximum speed. We need to be there when the response comes. As their ship pulled away from the Council station, Han looked out at the stars. Somewhere out there, the Krell were planning their next invasion. And somewhere else, if the old stories were true, humanity's greatest weapon waited in darkness. Sir, Kim said hesitantly, if the asterisk Thunderchild asterisk is real, why didn't we use it before? Why keep it secret even from our own people? Han's eyes remained fixed on the stars. Because some weapons change everything. They don't just destroy enemies. They destroy the people who use them. Our ancestors were wise enough to know that. And now we find out if we're wise enough to use it properly. The diplomatic vessel accelerated to faster than light speed, leaving the Alliance behind. Neither man spoke again for a long time, each lost in thoughts about what might be coming. The myth of the asterisk Thunderchild asterisk was about to be tested, and with it, the future of humanity. Commander Park had never visited this part of space before. No one had, at least not officially. Their small ship, disguised as a mining vessel, drifted through an unremarkable asteroid field in an unnamed star system. Are you sure these are the right coordinates? Asked Science Director Lee. The older man peered at the sensor displays with doubt on his face. These are the coordinates sent after the Lazarus Protocol was activated, Park confirmed. She checked the navigation computer again. We're exactly where we should be. Lee frowned. There's nothing here but rocks. Park didn't argue. She had her own doubts. When Earth High Command had called her in 3 days ago, she thought it might be about the Krell threat. Instead, they had given her command of a secret mission based on what sounded like an old fairy tale. The asterisk Thunderchild asterisk is real, Admiral Choi had told her. And you're going to find it. Now, staring at an empty field of space rocks, Park wondered if this was all a waste of precious time. The Krell were expected to reach human-controlled space within weeks. "Start scanning the largest asteroids," she ordered. "Look for any anomalies." For 2 hours, their small crew swept the field systematically. Nothing seemed unusual until Junior Officer Ba called out from his station. "Commander, I'm getting strange readings from asteroid K-42. Its mass doesn't match its size." Park moved to his console. "Show me." The asteroid in question was roughly 2 kilometers across, unremarkable in appearance. But the sensor data showed inconsistencies. "It's hollow," Lee said, looking over their shoulders. "Or at least parts of it are." Park nodded. "Take us closer. Maintain stealth protocols." As they approached, more details became clear. The asteroid's surface was natural, but scans showed artificial structures inside. "There's a small opening on the dark side," they reported. "Just large enough for our ship." Park made her decision. "Take us in." Their vessel carefully navigated into what appeared to be a camouflaged hangar. As soon as they were inside, lights activated automatically, illuminating a vast chamber carved into the rock. "This is definitely not natural," Lee whispered. They docked at an ancient-looking platform. Park led a small team out, weapons ready despite the emptiness of the place. The air was stale but breathable. "Spread out," she ordered. "Find a control center or any sign of the Thunderchild asterisk." They hadn't gone far when they found a sealed door with a handprint scanner beside it. Old-fashioned but unmistakably human technology. "It won't work after all this time," Lee said. Park stepped forward anyway. "Only one way to find out." She placed her palm on the scanner. To everyone's surprise, it lit up, scanning her hand. "DNA analysis in progress," announced a synthetic female voice. "Comparing to authorized personnel database." The team exchanged confused looks. How could a system this old recognize modern humans? "Match found," the voice continued. "Genetic lineage confirmed. Park family, military branch. Welcome, Commander Park." Lazarus protocol initiated. The sealed door slid open with a hiss of escaping air. "How did it know?" Bai asked. Lee adjusted his glasses. "It must be programmed to recognize descendants of the original project team." "My great-grandmother was a military engineer," Park said quietly. She never spoke about her work. Beyond the door lay a control room filled with technology that looked both ancient and somehow advanced. As they entered, displays lit up around them. "Activating primary systems," the synthetic voice announced. "Re-establishing connection to Thunderchild core." The floor beneath them vibrated slightly. Then, the far wall of the control room became transparent, revealing a massive chamber beyond. Everyone froze at the sight. Suspended in the center of the chamber was a ship unlike anything they had ever seen. It was enormous, at least 1 kilometer long, with a sleek black hull that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. No visible engines or weapons broke its smooth surface, yet it radiated power. "My grandfather told stories," Lee whispered. "I never believed him." A hologram appeared in the center of the control room, a woman in an old Earth military uniform from nearly 2 centuries ago. "I am ARIA," the hologram said. "Autonomous Reconnaissance and Intervention Array. The Thunderchild has been in stasis for 194 years, 237 days. Current threat assessment." Park stepped forward. "I am Commander Park of Earth Defense Force. The Krell Dominion has begun aggressive expansion. 3 systems have fallen. Earth's petition for alliance protection was denied. We stand alone." Accessing historical records, Araya responded. "The Krell were not in our database." Updating tactical information. Displays around the room filled with data about Earth's current military capabilities and known information about the Krell forces. The Thunderchild was designed as a contingency against extinction-level threats, Arayat explained. Human engineers incorporated technologies that were deemed too dangerous for widespread implementation. Lee moved to one of the displays. His eyes widened as he reviewed the ship's specifications. Quantum displacement drive. Consciousness-integrated targeting. These were theoretical even in our time. How is this possible? Park asked. Your ancestors were more ambitious than you realize, Araya replied. The ethical implications caused the project to be sealed away. Human leaders feared that such technology, if widely adopted, would change the course of human development in unpredictable ways. Park approached the transparent wall, staring at the massive ship. And now we need it to save us. The Thunderchild requires a human command element, Araya stated. Are you volunteering, Commander Park? Park turned to face her team. Each face showed a mixture of awe and uncertainty. They had come expecting to find an old weapon, not a technological marvel that defied their understanding. Yes, she said firmly. How soon can it be ready? Primary systems are already online. Crew integration will require 12 hours. Weapons systems will be fully operational in 24 hours. Lee stepped forward. Commander, we need to inform Earth High Command. They should send additional personnel. Park shook her head. No time. The Krell are moving faster than expected. We received a distress call from Proxima Colony before we entered this asteroid field. She turned back to Araya. We have the minimum crew needed to operate the ship. Affirmative. The Thunderchild was designed to function with as few as 7 human operators. AI systems handle most functions. Then we proceed immediately, Park decided. What do we need to do? Follow me to the integration chamber, Araya instructed, her hologram moving toward another door. Your neural patterns must be mapped to the ship's systems. As the team followed, Bai moved closer to Park. Commander, is this safe? We don't understand this technology. Nothing about our situation is safe, Park replied. Earth is facing extinction. We don't have the luxury of caution. The integration chamber was a circular room with 7 reclined chairs arranged in a circle. Each had a helmet-like device suspended above it. These will establish the neural links required to operate the Thunderchild Arayat explained. The process is not harmful, but it may be disorienting. Park sat in the central chair. Let's do this. As the neural interface lowered over her head, Park closed her eyes. For a moment, there was darkness. Then, suddenly, her consciousness expanded. She could feel the entire ship, every system, every circuit. The sensation was overwhelming. Integration successful. Araya's voice came from everywhere and nowhere. Welcome to the Thunderchild Commander. Park opened her eyes, seeing both the room around her and, somehow, the space beyond the asteroid. Her mind processed information at impossible speeds. The Krell fleet has entered the Proxima system, she announced, the knowledge appearing in her mind without any external input. 53 ships. Colony defenses will fail within hours. She stood, the neural link maintaining its connection. The rest of her team looked at her with concern. Commander, your eyes. Lee began. I'm fine, she assured him, though she felt far from normal. Prepare for immediate departure. The Thunderchild awakens today. As if responding to her thoughts, the massive ship's systems hummed to life. Lights appeared along its hull, pulsing with energy. The myth was real, and humanity's enemies were about to learn why it had been hidden away. Admiral Choi of the Earth Defense Force stood on the bridge of the Resilience watching the tactical display with growing dread. The Krell fleet had arrived at Proxima Colony with overwhelming force. 50 biomechanical dreadnoughts supported by hundreds of smaller fighter ships. Against them, Choi had only 6 frigates. Status of civilian evacuation, he asked. Officer Yoon at Communications looked up. 60% complete, sir. They need at least another hour. An hour they didn't have. The Krell ships moved with purpose, spreading out in their standard attack formation. Previous encounters with their forces had always ended the same way, with human defeat. Move the * resilience * and * defiant * to Sector 4, Choi ordered. Have the * guardian * and * shield * protect the evacuation corridor. * valor * and * honor * will attempt to draw their attention to the far side of the system. The bridge crew acknowledged his orders, though everyone knew they were simply buying time. The Krell vessels approached steadily, not even bothering with evasive maneuvers. Their confidence was well placed. Nothing in the human arsenal had proven effective against their strange organic metal hulls. "Sir," said Yoon suddenly, "I'm detecting an energy signature at the edge of the system. I've never seen anything like it." Choi moved to her station. "Krell reinforcements." "No, sir. I don't know what it is." The tactical display showed a disturbance forming at the system's edge, a ripple in space that grew larger by the second. The Krell ships noticed it too. Several dreadnoughts turned toward the phenomenon. Suddenly, space itself seemed to tear open. From the rift emerged a single vessel, larger than any human warship yet somehow more elegant. Flowing lines of midnight material that seemed to absorb rather than reflect light. "What is that?" Choi whispered. The unknown ship broadcasted on all frequencies. "This is the UES * Thunderchild * to Earth Defense Force. Stand by for engagement with hostile forces." A stunned silence fell over the bridge. The * Thunderchild *, the ship from old stories, the weapon that most believed was only a myth. "Sir," Yoon said, her voice shaking, "Commander Park is requesting direct communication." Choi nodded, and a moment later, the main screen showed the face of a woman he barely recognized. Commander Park's eyes had a strange glow to them, and her voice carried an odd resonance. "Admiral Choi, this is Commander Park of the * Thunderchild *. We will engage the Krell fleet. Continue evacuation procedures." "Commander, what happened to you? Where did you find?" "There's no time to explain. The * Thunderchild * has capabilities you don't understand. Pull your ships back to defensive positions around the colony. We will handle the Krell." Before Choi could respond, the screen went dark. He turned to the tactical display in time to see the * Thunderchild * accelerate toward the Krell armada. "Sir," his weapons officer said, "that ship is moving faster than anything I've ever seen, and I'm not detecting any engine emissions." The Krell immediately recognized the new vessel as a threat. They broke formation, redirecting their firepower. Dozens of energy beams struck at the * Thunderchild *, but instead of exploding, the black ship seemed to bend around the attacks, the energy dispersing harmlessly. "That's impossible," someone on the bridge whispered. The * Thunderchild * didn't fire conventional weapons. Instead, parts of its smooth hull briefly opened, releasing what looked like small dark spheres. These spheres moved with precision toward the Krell ships, passing through their defensive shields as if they weren't there. When they reached their targets, the spheres expanded rapidly, consuming entire sections of the enemy vessels. "What are we seeing?" Choi asked, unable to believe his eyes. His science officer shook her head. "Some kind of controlled quantum effect. It's like those spheres are creating localized spatial distortions." 3 Krell dreadnoughts were already disabled, their strange organic metal hulls breaking apart as the * Thunderchild's * weapons did their work. The remaining Krell ships began to retreat, adjusting their tactics. "Sir," Yoon reported, "the * Thunderchild * is requesting targeting data. They're going to engage the entire fleet." Choi hesitated only briefly. "Send them everything we have." As the data transferred, the * Thunderchild * changed its approach. The ship suddenly split into 3 identical vessels, each pursuing a different group of Krell ships. "That's not a hologram," the science officer said in awe. "Those are physical duplicates. It's actually dividing itself." The Krell, clearly confused by this development, scattered further. It made no difference. The Thunderchild *, now 3 ships moving in perfect coordination, hunted them with terrifying efficiency. Inside the Thunderchild's * command center, Commander Park existed in 2 states at once. Her physical body sat in the central control chair, eyes closed, while her consciousness spread throughout the ship's systems. She saw the battlefield from 1,000 perspectives simultaneously, processing information at speeds no human mind was designed for. The Krell are attempting to adapt their shields, Araya informed her. Their biomechanical systems are more flexible than anticipated. Adjust quantum disruptors to frequency pattern delta. Park responded, the command flowing directly from her thoughts to the ship's weapons. Beside her, Science Director Lee monitored her vital signs with concern. Her neural activity is off the charts. Is this safe for her? The human-ship integration is functioning within acceptable parameters, Araya replied. But prolonged connection at this level may have side effects. Lee frowned. What kind of side effects? Unknown. The Thunderchild * was never tested in actual combat conditions before it was sealed away. On the tactical display, the Krell fleet was in disarray. 17 of their dreadnoughts had been destroyed or disabled. The rest were attempting to regroup, but the Thunderchild's * 3 forms prevented them from establishing any effective formation. Their flagship is attempting to open a spatial rift, Park announced, her voice coming from both her body and the ship's speakers simultaneously. They're trying to escape. The largest Krell vessel, nearly twice the size of the others, began generating energy patterns consistent with faster-than-light travel. Before it could complete the process, one of the Thunderchild * copies intercepted it, surrounding the massive ship with a web of energy. Direct neural interface established with Krell command systems, Park reported. Downloading tactical data. Lee watched in amazement as the ship's displays filled with information about Krell fleet deployments, weapons capabilities, and even their biological makeup. The Thunderchild * wasn't just fighting the enemy, it was learning from them. On the Resilience *, Admiral Choi received an unexpected communication from the colony. Sir, the evacuation is complete. All civilians are secure. He checked the time. The entire battle had lasted less than 20 minutes. The Krell are retreating, his tactical officer announced. Those that can still move are jumping out of the system. The 3 copies of the Thunderchild * merged back into a single vessel, which now hovered at the center of a field of broken Krell ships. 27 enemy dreadnoughts had been destroyed. Not a single human vessel had been lost. Sir, Yoon said, Commander Park is requesting permission to board the Resilience *. Choi straightened his uniform. Permission granted. Prepare a security detail. When Park arrived on his ship 30 minutes later, Choi was shocked by her appearance. The strange glow in her eyes had dimmed, but not disappeared entirely. She moved with careful precision, as if still adjusting to being confined to a single body. Commander, he greeted her. I believe you owe us an explanation. Park nodded. The Thunderchild * is real, Admiral. It was hidden away by our ancestors because they feared what it might do to humanity's development. And what exactly is it? A ship unlike any other. It uses quantum displacement technology, consciousness-integrated targeting, and adaptive defense systems. It doesn't just fight, it predicts, learns, and evolves. Choi gestured to her eyes. And what has it done to you? Park touched her face self-consciously. The neural link is intense. To command the Thunderchild *, you have to become part of it. I can still feel it, even standing here. Is it dangerous? Everything powerful is dangerous, Admiral. But right now, it's the only thing standing between humanity and extinction. She handed him a data device. This contains everything we learned about the Krell during the battle. Their entire fleet structure, weak points, communication protocols. Choi accepted it with wide eyes. This is enough to change the war, Park finished for him. and enough to make the Alliance reconsider their decision about Earth. 3 days after the Battle of Proxima, Captain Han stood before the Galactic Council once more. The chamber was packed. Representatives from all 27 Alliance species crowded the tiered seats. Even those who usually sent only junior diplomats had come in person for this meeting. Lieutenant Kim stood beside Han, managing the data displays. The footage of the Thunderchild destroying 27 Krell dreadnoughts had been playing throughout Alliance space for the past 2 days. No one spoke as the recording showed the black ship splitting into 3 identical vessels, each moving with impossible speed and precision. When the playback ended, High Minister Gulfor broke the silence. "You concealed this weapon," he accused, his 6 eyes fixed on Han. "You deliberately misrepresented Earth's military capabilities." Han met the minister's gaze calmly. The Thunderchild was not concealed. It was contained. "There's a difference." "Explain," demanded Ambassador Tlozak, his mandibles clicking with agitation. 2 centuries ago, humanity developed technologies that frightened even ourselves. Our ancestors realized that some advances weren't just weapons, but turning points that could alter the course of our civilization. They chose restraint over power. The Thunderchild was placed in dormancy, to be awakened only if our species faced extinction. Lieutenant Kim stepped forward, providing the Council with data tablets. These contain the technical specifications of the consciousness-integrated targeting systems, the quantum displacement drive, the predictive combat eye. We offer these innovations to the Alliance, with appropriate safeguards. Whispers spread through the chamber as the alien representatives examined the information. Most looked stunned by what they were seeing. "This technology is beyond anything in our database," said the Lakari minister, his webbed hands trembling slightly as he scrolled through the data. "Some of these principles aren't even in our theoretical models." "Why would you share such advantages?" asked a skeptical Merdanian representative. "You could use this power to dominate the Alliance, perhaps even challenge the Krell on your own." Han smiled slightly. "Because humanity has learned something your cultures are still grappling with. Technology without ethics leads to destruction. The Thunderchild isn't powerful because of its weapons. It's powerful because it was built by people wise enough to know when not to use them." The chamber doors opened, and Commander Park entered. The council members murmured at her appearance. The strange glow in her eyes had faded somewhat, but was still visible. She moved with the fluid grace of someone who had experienced a much larger existence and was still adjusting to the limitations of a single body. Behind her floated Aria's hologram, perfectly rendered and fully mobile despite the chamber's lack of compatible projection systems. "This is Commander Park," Han introduced her. "She commands the Thunderchild *. And this is ARIA, the ship's artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is forbidden under Alliance protocols," Gulfor stated sharply. "ARIA is not merely an artificial intelligence," Park responded, her voice carrying an unusual resonance. "She is a bridge between human consciousness and machine capability. She doesn't think for us. She thinks with us." The hologram stepped forward. "I was created to preserve humanity. In my dormancy, I've observed that preservation requires cooperation, not domination. The Krell believe strength comes from subjugation. We know better. How convenient that your weapon appears just when you need Alliance protection," Tlozak said, though his tone lacked its previous derision. "The Thunderchild wasn't built to secure us a better political position," Han replied. "It was built as a last resort. We hoped never to use it. But now that it's active, we have a responsibility to use its power wisely." Admiral Choi entered the chamber next, carrying a secure data core. This contains all the information the Thunderchild gathered during the Battle of Proxima. Complete analysis of Krell biology, ship design, weapons capabilities, and communication systems. Weaknesses we can exploit, tactics we can counter. He placed the core on the central display platform. "This is our gift to the Alliance. No conditions, no demands. The High Minister studied the humans with new interest. You offer us this freely, after we denied your petition for membership. We offer it because the Krell threaten all life, not just human life, Han said. That's the point you've been missing, Minister. Humanity doesn't want to rule. We don't want to conquer. We want to survive, and help others survive too. Admirable words, said Plozak, but your species has a violent history. How do we know the Thunderchild won't be turned against Alliance worlds once the Krell are defeated? Commander Park stepped to the center of the chamber. Because I won't allow it. She raised her hand, and the air above it shimmered. A small sphere of darkness appeared, identical to the weapons the Thunderchild had deployed against the Krell. This is a quantum disruptor, she explained as the council members shifted nervously in their seats. It can unmake matter at the subatomic level. I could destroy this entire station with a thought. The sphere vanished. But power isn't about what you can destroy. It's about what you choose to preserve. She turned slowly, meeting the eyes of each council member. When I connect with the Thunderchild I don't just control a weapon. I experience existence in a way no human was meant to. I see patterns across space and time. I feel the connections between all living things. Her voice grew softer. It would be so easy to use that perspective to justify dominance, to decide that my expanded consciousness gives me the right to determine the fate of others. That's what the Krell believe. That's why they consume rather than cooperate. Park's eyes dimmed further, becoming almost normal. Humanity put the Thunderchild away because we weren't ready for its power. We still might not be. But we understand something the Krell never will. True strength comes from restraint, not force. The chamber was silent. Even the most skeptical council members seemed to be considering her words. High Minister Gulfor finally spoke. The council will need to deliberate on this new information. Please wait outside. This time, the deliberation took only 30 minutes. When Han, Kim, Park, and Choi were called back, the atmosphere in the chamber had changed completely. The council has reached a unanimous decision, Gulfor announced. Earth's petition for full Alliance membership is approved. Furthermore, we request that Commander Park and the Thunderchild take a leading role in our combined defense strategy against the Krell. He stepped down from the high platform, approaching the humans directly, an unprecedented gesture in council protocol. We also wish to establish a joint research initiative to study the technologies you've shared, with proper ethical guidelines as you suggested. Han bowed slightly. Earth accepts with gratitude, Minister. As the formal proceedings concluded, Plozak approached Park privately. Commander, I must ask, what does it feel like to merge with the ship, to experience consciousness beyond human limitations? Park considered the question carefully. Imagine being a single water droplet all your life, then suddenly becoming a river or even an ocean. You're still water, but you're connected to everything, flowing everywhere at once. She touched the side of her head. Part of me is still there, even now. It would be easy to lose myself in that vastness. What keeps you human? The ambassador asked. Park smiled. The same thing that made us hide the Thunderchild in the first place. The understanding that power doesn't make us better, it just makes us more responsible. Later, as the human delegation prepared to return to their ships, Lieutenant Kim found Captain Han staring out at the stars. Sir, did you know? Kim asked. About the Thunderchild's true capabilities. Han shook his head. I only knew the stories, like everyone else. I hoped they were true, but I wasn't certain. It's changed everything, Kim said. The Alliance, the war, our place in the galaxy. That's why our ancestors feared it, Han replied. Not because of what it could destroy, but because of how it would transform us. He turned to watch Commander Park as she spoke with Aria's hologram across the room. The strange connection between woman and machine was something entirely new in human experience. "We're entering uncharted territory now," Han said quietly. The Thunderchild was the easy part. Using its power wisely. That's the real challenge. Kim nodded. "At least we don't face it alone anymore." "No," Han agreed, looking back at the assembled Alliance ships visible through the viewport. "Not alone." And perhaps that's the most important lesson the Thunderchild has taught us. In the darkness of space, the black ship waited, its power dormant but ready. No longer a myth, but a reality that would reshape the course of history, not through the worlds it could destroy, but through the wisdom humanity had gained by choosing when not to use it. The Thunderchild had awakened, and with it, a new era for all intelligent life in the galaxy.